Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you, I was gonna say day 20 something, but we're not doing that challenge anymore. I know, I'm just bringing you this shell challenge. So this is a shell challenge by the one and only lovely Lady, Lady XMP underscore on pretty much everything if you'd like to check her out. She's amazing. And she's come up with this challenge where each month she's going to give us the same shell, but different prompts with it. And so the first one was just kind of create a scene with this, like it's a storefront. And so I built this kind of whole street, which I really, really liked. I guess it was kind of inspired by the shopping village I did for the A to Z challenge last month, which I'm not going to be touching for a while. I kind of don't want to look at it ever again, if I'm being honest. It took a lot out of me and I hated it, and I like this one a lot better. It's still not quite what I wanted it to be, but it's a lot better than what I did with the shopping village, in my opinion. But yes, this challenge is technically over, but if you still want to take part in next month's, I'm pretty sure it's about to go live. So yeah, definitely feel free to go check out Lady. And definitely check out this challenge because it's super cool. So yeah, that was kind of the inspo for this. Yeah. And I just want to quickly say, if you are new here and you were expecting me to do a video every single day, unfortunately I only do it for the 26 days in a row in February, and then the rest of the year I do 2 videos a week. Just because I cannot keep up with that 26 days. That was exhausting and enormous, but you know, we got there. And the other thing is I'm always busy. Like every time there's a moment for me to like sit down and rest and relax, there's something for me to do. So I definitely don't want to like stress myself out with that, because yeah, I don't think I could get multiple videos done a week. I mean, two is still multiple, but I couldn't do more than two a week, especially with everything that's going on right now. I'm potentially moving in within this month. And we haven't even started packing yet. And I've only just moved 5 months ago. So yeah, like I get down, I get settled, and then life's like, you know what? Here's a curveball, and then I just have to deal with that. So yeah, basically, I'm not going to be doing every day. I don't think I could. It's exhausting. I think I could definitely in the future like go from like 2 videos a week to maybe 3 or 4, but absolutely not more than that. I think I would be absolutely overwhelmed. And you know, I'm currently at uni. I finish at the end of this year, which I'm super excited about. But with uni and streaming and looking for a job and taking care of a household, it's all a lot. So yeah, long story short, we're back to 2 videos a week, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. I was thinking about in the past going down to 1 video a week again, but I feel, I mean, I spent about, I think it was 4 hours and 16 minutes on this build, and I feel pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm not exactly mad with how it turned out because, well, it's supposed to be a scene. I wasn't supposed to do all the interiors, so I didn't. Some of these places are actually completely empty, and I just do the outside. Basically, if you can see in the window, I try and do it, but I completely forgot to do one of the buildings that you can definitely see in the windows for, which was a big oopsie doopsies, but like I said, I spent 4 hours on it, and I think it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, nah, I have to tap out, and I just uploaded it to the gallery straight away. So yeah, I was definitely trying to get it done, but now that it is done, I feel a lot better. Still a little bit more work to do in relation to this build, but I'm actually pretty happy with it. So definitely let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. And yeah, I'd greatly appreciate that because I'm not too mad at it. Like I definitely could do a lot better in a lot of different places, but I am obviously, or I say obviously, I think I'm doing better than what I used to do when I first started building. We definitely, I don't know why it came out like that. Definitely have made a lot of progress in terms of building. I don't know, something that I'm really proud of. Like I've been looking at other people's builds and just seeing like tips and tricks of things that they do. And yeah, I don't know, it's really cool to see how people do the things that they do and learning tips and tricks from them. And Tool is definitely super helpful. You'll actually see at the moment I'm not using Tool at all just because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make the outside look, and because Tool is actually currently broken, um just because of the updates. So I'm waiting for it to update and then I will um like start using it again. But I do actually end up using it a little bit because I was getting really frustrated with how like certain things were working or not working. But we do pretty well on this, I think. Not, like I said, not mad at it. Um, Definitely did a lot better than what I did in the shopping village, that's for sure. And I think I'm gonna start streaming like really long builds. So actually at this very point in time, I'm watching Fresh Pick stream at the moment. He is working on Tattooed Simmers Snow Globe Shell Challenge, which um it was June, January. It was started last year, like late last year. And Freshy's only getting to, or not getting to it now, but he's still working on it now. He is so detailed with his builds, and it's it's insane the amount of detail he puts in. So I think I'm gonna start doing some stuff like that, where I just do some really big builds, and those big builds I might turn into stop motions instead of speed builds. I'm not entirely sure. It is a lot of work, and I kind of don't really like doing them, but I don't know. I'm really tossing up between what I want to do, what I don't want to do, how I want to do it, how much like stop motions are a lot more work than speed builds. Speed builds you just record the footage and that's it. The video is recorded and you speed it up, you voice it over. Bob's your uncle, let's go. Whereas yeah, stop motions you gotta take a photo, remove an item, take a photo, remove an item, take a photo, remove an item, and it's a lot. And I'm not that great at it. I've only done room builds as stop motions, and it was extremely difficult. Trying to think it all out and plan it all out and make sure everything was proper. So yeah, if you are someone who is really good at that, I would love to hear some feedback on like how do you make it work? How do you make it easy? I've spent like at least an hour or more on a 30-second stop motion. Like I think I've spent 3 hours on them and it's insane. So yeah, if you have any tips or tricks, please let me know down below. I would love to know how you make it easier because I honestly just cannot deal with it. Yeah. No, you can see now that I actually have got Tool Mod installed, and you can tell that because the UI in the corner in the top right is all messed up. I think it's called UI. I'll be real, I don't know many terms and I just hear terms and I kind of go, I think it's this one, okay, I'll just use it like that. And then yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've got Tool Mod in now and I definitely should use it a lot more. I think I can make some really cool stuff with it, but I'm kind of not that creative. I thought I was, and then I started building and I started seeing other people who are actually super creative. And yeah, I definitely have a lot to learn, and I'm excited to learn. I am someone who, if I don't know something, instead of being like, oh, well, I just can't do that thing because I don't know, I go, well, this is an opportunity to learn. I like learning, hence why I've got 3 degrees. But yeah, the future is exciting for me, in my opinion. I think we're definitely going to be making lots of progress and advancements, and I've got some really cool ideas that I'm hoping really work. And like I said, I'm very keen to get these things done and dusted. Yeah, anyway, this was a really, really fun build to do, even though I was doing it really, really late at night. and even though it's only a scene rather than a full-on build, it's kind of like the Godric's Hollow build I did, where it's like it's not a full scene. I don't have all of like these interiors and things like that done, but I definitely made it like it was definitely an exterior thing. Like you look at the exterior and it looks, in my opinion, pretty good. And that's kind of what this was as well. So over in the Godric's Hollow one, it is not furnished at all. I did do like rooms and things like that as if I was going to furnish it, and then I realized how much time I'd already spent on it, and again, I just didn't feel like furnishing it. So I think in the future, if I'm doing big builds like this, I might just show you guys the exterior and then do the interior in my own time, or if I'm really interested in showing you like one particular interior, like this bit here, I definitely want to keep in because this is actually the shell bit, so I turned it into like a little jewelry store. I didn't, there's no way to actually get upstairs. A lot of these builds that I do actually work on, there's no way to get into them because it's the scene, and it's probably something I will come back to and completely finish at a later time. But no, I really thoroughly enjoyed this build. It's mixed a lot of different things in that I have not really done before, or maybe I have done a little bit of it, and yeah, it's super fun. So some of this is actually residential, and some of it is not. And I've done some things in this build that I have done in other builds before. So I believe I do in like another wedding type store. I do a kids toy store. I start a cafe, but I don't finish it. And what else? I don't know. There's just random stuff everywhere, and I have no idea what's what. So yeah, a lot of these places are actually empty, which, I mean, if you want to furnish it yourself, go wild. If you don't, understandable. I didn't want to either. But no, I'm so super excited for the future. So I don't know if I've mentioned it in previous videos or not, but I have the next 3 months planned out. So this month, next month, and the month after that. I think that's, yeah, March, April, May. I have all of the months planned out, and I'm so super excited for it. And yeah, I just need to get in and get some of these builds done. And today I actually have to finish another shell. It's due today. Tours are being done tonight, but I haven't even started it yet. But I think there's gonna be 2 days of tours, so I think I'll be fine. I'll just build it and hopefully get into the second set of tours. It's just because 26 days of building and editing videos and streaming and all this other stuff, I just got so exhausted that I was like, I don't want to touch The Sims, and I left all these builds till last minute. So this one, I think I got in on time. I don't know. Technically, you're supposed to hand it in on Instagram, and I did not. I handed it, like, I handed it in like it's an assessment. No, I uploaded it to the gallery. I'm just waiting for when Lady actually tours them. And then, yeah, I'm gonna upload it a little bit late to the gallery, but that's fine. Lady said she understands if I hand it in late, because she knows that I've been super, super busy. But yeah, she's so sweet and lovely. I absolutely love that. She, like, everyone who I'm like, yeah, I want to do your tour, yeah, sorry, do your show, but like, there's so much going on. They're like, seriously, don't stress. Like, take your time, do it whenever you want. And I'm like, thank you. I needed to hear that. So I'm, yeah, way less stressed about having things in by their due dates, I guess. And yeah, it's definitely made life a little easier. But I need to go take some screenshots of this once I'm done here and put it on Instagram so I can actually have it in the challenge. But definitely check out the other people who took part in this because it's so super cool. I think they did absolutely amazing, and such different vibes. Like, a lot of people have just done like very detailed but I don't want to say simple but detailed. Like, they've done a shop to the left, a shop to the right, and then this shell in the middle, and they've made it super detailed and super cool. I don't know what I just did. I smacked my keyboard by accident. Look, whatever. But yeah, they made it super cool, super detailed, and I really love some of their, say some, all of them. They've all of the people who've participated are really, really cool. Yeah, I really wanted to make this bit kind of grungy and gross on this side. I really, really like how filthy it is. And then, yeah, just having the niceness on the other sides, it was way cooler. Yeah, trying to get the cracks out from underneath, it took me a while. I mean, it took me a second on this video, but in real life, it took me like a good, at least solid 5 seconds to grab onto it. It was really annoying. So here I'm actually working on the shell, like the insides of all these random places I've built. And I didn't really have to, but I chose to. So we have some studio apartments that are really kind of gross. And then there is so obviously the gem store, the jewelry store is the actual shell. Then we have, like I said before, a kids store, a wedding themed type store, another residential area. Yeah, like I make about say maybe even half of these residential. It's interesting, to say the least. But I kind of wanted to make this a little bit down here dingy and gross. So this building here is not filled out at all. Definitely, yeah, empty for sure. And I kind of wanted to make it a little messy and dirty down here. I was gonna add some more garbage down this side, but I completely forgot. I just added some random stuff, just kind of smooshed around everywhere. And this one here, I don't furnish either, this brick building. The blue one next to it is the toy store, which again, I didn't do too detailed, because I've done toy stores before, but I didn't do it too detailed. I just kind of put it in and that was that. And I had a lot of trouble with windows and doors in a lot of these places. I just couldn't decide. It was really frustrating me, but eventually I figured it out. This building here is a library of sorts. Super simple. Again, it's just kind of more decorating the street than the rest of it. And I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I'm not too mad. So that little green building next to the bookstore is a residential area, and then this red brick building is going to be the cafe. And then I don't know what else I do. I can't really remember. Yeah, long story short, I completely forgot to do this build. I forgot to put the stuff in, I guess. But no, I'm kind of, again, really happy with how it turned out. I'm not at all mad. And yeah, I'm actually kind of really happy with how this turned out. I know I keep repeating myself, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you're proud of yourself, you should be proud of yourself. Like, let's just keep being proud and let's celebrate our victories. So, yeah. This turns out to be the wedding store. I couldn't get the stairs in for some reason. And it like removed a whole bunch of things. It was really frustrating, but I figured it out in the end. So yeah, it becomes a wedding. The red one at the end becomes the wedding store. And then the 3 beside it are residential. To be honest, I just cover up the windows. I have no idea what it actually is, but you know, I just fill in random bits and bobs here and there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to add about this build, and we still have another 12-ish minutes to go, which is not good. But yeah. Also, I don't know, it's probably a little obvious, but I ended up using the Crystal Creations pack. I keep going to call it kits because they keep releasing kits so much. I did end up using that. When I started this build, I didn't have it, but when I finished it, I did. So I did end up using it. But I also Oh, I love this crossing that I made. I don't know why, but it's just so, like, so simple, but it's the bits of detail that I never used to add in the past, and I'm really happy that I do now because, in my opinion, I think it just looks so much better. And yeah, this is kind of just adding bits of details here and there. I added a bunch of lights everywhere and some bins and another car, I think. But I don't add any like lanes or anything like that because it's not really wide enough to. You could have it as 2 streets, but I kind of have it as a one-way street. I was going to try and put like a one-way sign in there somewhere, but I couldn't find one. I'm not even sure if there is one. But I could not find it for the life of me. But yeah, apparently I'm really like doing wedding stores. So yeah, this is what I end up doing again. Um, I think it's because I really, really like the stuff that comes with my wedding story. My wedding stories pack. I know that the game is broken. I've never actually tried to play it. But I really thoroughly enjoyed actually like just playing around with the items. And this is kind of like a you go and have a look at all the different things that exist in a pack, and you can be like, oh, I want this for this wedding, and I want that one for that one, and you can kind of yeah have a little looky loo around at everything. And that's kind of yeah how we end up with this store. I don't oh my goodness, that is my alarm to pay rent. Oops, I'll pay that in just a sec. Yeah, but no, it was it's a fun little pack and I really, really enjoy it. Like to build with. But it would be really awesome if it wasn't broken so that people could actually play with it. That would also be awesome. But you know, every time they release new stuff in this game, more stuff gets broken. That's kind of just the unfortunate truth about the game. But anyway, I think we are pretty much done with that store. And then I think I work on the toy store after I do some street stuff. Just because the whole point of it is the street. It's supposed to look good on the street. Because it's a scene I'm setting. And I'm really happy with how it ends up. I know I keep saying that, but I am. But definitely, yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, feedback down below. Would you use this? Would you not? Adding some last minute details in some of the stores I've already finished. And yeah, I don't know. It's I find big builds to be a little stressful, but really enjoyable at the same time because of all of the detail that I get to put in. And again, like I said, watching people like Tat or Fresh, it really helps me just add more details and think a bit more about, okay, how can we make this fun? How can we make this detailed? How can we make this better? And I like these 3 buildings, the actual shell and the one to the left and the right of it, I feel like I did pretty good, especially on the exteriors. And like I said, I wasn't too worried about the interiors because it's a shell. It's not supposed to be it's not supposed to be all like pretty on the inside or like well decorated on the inside. So I just put in a little bit. And that's yeah, kind of what we end up with. So yeah, I do end up moving to the bookstore. And I have a lot of trouble with these stairs. The stairs in this game sometimes make me want to cry. Because they just are so frustrating. But, you know, I managed to make it work. And I love the new bookcases. They're probably my second favorite. I still think I can't remember what pack they come in, but the bookcases are really massive, like the medium wall height bookcases is one of those that are my favorite. But yeah, again, I literally just put in the bookcases and the chest table, and then out here is where I put some more of the decoration because again, it's all about the street, not the inside. So yeah, just add some books out here. Use some tool to cheated on because I couldn't be bothered. And then, yeah, that's as much as I do in here, as I put some stuff down and then I get super distracted by something else. Yeah, just putting lights and walls in everywhere, and then I was like, oh, maybe I could work on this one, and then just completely forgot to finish it. But it's okay. I'm not too mad. You can't exactly see it. So this one, I don't know if it's a plant store or if it's a house. But it's got lots of plants. Lots and lots of plants. I had to rearrange them a little bit to actually fit them all in. But I think this is probably going to be a plant store just because of how many plants there are. Yeah, and actually up until this point I hadn't saved the game, and I probably should have saved it a lot sooner because, yeah, I could have lost everything. It was a super stressful build, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, like again, with that one I don't actually furnish inside. This one is a pub, but I don't furnish the inside of it either. I just put some stuff outside to let you know that it's a pub. And that's, yeah, I think I put one more sign in and that's it. Before we move on to, I keep thinking, oh yeah, we're moving to the toy store, but we're not. Now we are. And I had so much fun with this because it's such a silly little build. And I love the bright colors on it. I think it just makes it so much better that there are so many colors everywhere. But I put all of these big plushies in the window, and I make it super fun and bright and colourful in here because, well, it's a kid's store. You probably want to make it fun and bright and colourful to get the attention of the children. I had a long time trying to look for the last Teddy because I couldn't find it, but eventually I do. So yeah, I'm not too mad with it. But again, this was just a super fun and weird and wacky build. I used all these fun different colours I've never really used before. And it was just, I don't know, I've never used this like watermelon type wallpaper before, and I really, really liked it. I think running the A to Z challenge last year has really opened my eyes to how different items can be used, because a lot of people used items that I would never use in my life, or didn't even know existed, and now I've been like using them more and more myself, and I really, really enjoy that because, well, I mean, I think this build looks pretty good compared to what I would have done without all that knowledge. And I don't know, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. If you agree or disagree, definitely let me know down below, of course. I'm definitely open to people's opinions. Yeah, this little blue shop at the end is some sort of like witchy alternative type store, where there's just a bunch of random stuff everywhere. Kind of fun, just kind of dumping random nonsense everywhere. I really wanted to use that salt lamp. Ever since I've seen it, I was like, I have to use it somewhere. And so I use it out here. I don't even think I put a window in. I think it's just the way, like what it looks like now. I think this is exactly what it looks like. I don't know why, but I don't add a window. I think that's kind of silly of me to not add a window, but you know, whatever. We end up with a windowless thing with curtains, which sure. That sounds legit. Yeah. But anyway, this is a witchy store, but I'm pretty much done with it. I don't do anything inside. So it goes the witch store, a residential I don't touch, the bookstore, another residential, and then the cafe. And then on the other side there's a plant store, a pub, the children's store, and then some empty building that's got nothing in it. And then along the back from left to right is an empty building in the alleyway, a grungy residential area, the actual shell, which is the jewelry store, then there's a wedding store, and then there's a residential, a empty, and then another residential. I don't really know if the three at the end are actually anything, but I kind of designed those, the green and the blue ones, as residential. Because I just put curtains up everywhere and then put bins and mailboxes everywhere, and I was like, yep, that's good enough for me. Look at me go. Because I was just so desperate to get it done at this point. Like I said, it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I normally go to bed at 10, so it was way past my bedtime. And I don't think I ended up, I think it was about 1 a.m. I finished, and about 2 a.m. that I went to sleep, so, and then I woke up at 7 a.m., so I was not having a good time. And so yeah, this is residential. I don't think I changed the color of the curtains upstairs in either of them. Whoops. Yeah, but I think this is the last one that I end up doing, which is a little residential area. And the bedroom's up here, and then there's a little bathroom with the skylight, which makes the lighting in here really weird. And then downstairs is a little lounge, dining, kitchen area, and that is pretty much it. Like, it's a tiny, technically 1-bedroom home, but it's absolutely tiny, and I would probably not live here if I were living with another person. If I was living completely on my own, I could probably live, but I definitely would do it a lot differently to how it ended up now. Also, trying to get my bed up the ladder, or like toilet paper or clothes, or that'd be so annoying. And there's no laundry in here either. Actually, I changed my mind. I wouldn't live here. I don't like doing laundry at the laundromat. I've never done it, but the idea of doing that, I don't like that. But anyway, yeah, pretty much the end of the video. So we are going back to our normal 2 videos a week, 2 streams a week. Make sure you check out all the links below for everything that you want to see, Instagram, Twitch, and whatnot. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!